Okay, so the second stretch shortening cycle in the swing is actually happening between the lead arm and the torso. So whenever the lead arm works in closer to your midline, that's called lead arm adduction. And then lead arm abduction, I always get confused with those two, is when the lead arm is moving away from the midline of your torso. So in transition, what we see in really powerful players is as they start the downswing, it starts from the ground up. So pelvis unwinds, torso, and then the torso kind of works into this lead arm, puts a stretch along this lead shoulder. So the lead arm is adducting in towards the torso. It's only very slight, but it does create a very powerful motion then of the lead arm, creates more speed in the hands, and then we can transfer that speed into the club. So I'm going to show you a really simple drill you can do to try and get a sense of what that feels like. It'd be great for the player who normally unwinds the arms too early in transition. So with this drill, next time you're out playing, or if you have a buggy where you're playing, stand up next to the buggy, or you can do this to a wall or a doorway. Hold your lead arm out. You're going to make your backswing. Again, when you're making your backswing, you're trying not to let this lead arm get too far across your chest. It'll work a little bit across, but something that holds players back in the backswing often is letting this lead arm get too far across the chest, both in backswing and in downswing. So as you make that backswing, almost imagine this angle is almost staying intact for the whole backswing. Okay, so you're going to stand up there, make the backswing, then you're going to walk in close to the doorway, or the buggy in this case, and you're going to unwind into your downswing. So to do that, you're going to have to feel how that torso begins to unwind, but the lead arm stretches across the chest, and then let the lead arm release off the chest then through impact. Again, so backswing, walk in close to the buggy, unwind, feel the stretch of the lead arm, and then let it work off the chest. So another angle here, so backswing, walk in close to the frame, unwind. So as I'm doing that, torso is opening, but I'm really feeling this lead arm has to pin across that chest just a little bit in transition. Keep the body opening until you can stretch and release that lead arm off the chest. So when you work on that exercise, one, you'll get a sense of not letting that lead arm come too far across your torso and backswing. We're going to maintain that width to the top, but then you're going to get a sense as you make that downswing, you're going to start from the ground up, and you're going to get a sense how that lead arm just gets that little stretch across the torso as the torso turns into the lead arm, and that's going to produce a nice feeling of power. But also as you're making your downswing, that's also a nice feeling of how the club begins to shallow when we sequence this downswing in the right way. Hey guys, so that was kind of video 2 of a little mini series. The first one is looking at the X factor stretch between the pelvis and the torso, and that one's looking at the stretch between the lead arm and the torso. The third one is going to be looking at how the lead wrist loads in the downswing as well. So of course, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below, or if you'd like a little bit more tailored instruction, reach out, have a look at the online academy. That's where we have a look at your golf swing and we see where can we make gains either in distance or maybe controlling that curve and dispersion. So I hope you got some value in that video, and I'll see you in the next one.